Hi there, it's Jess from the Sampleist, and today we are looking at Shire Winds Folk Winds collection by Insanity Samples. It is currently $74.99 on Insanity Samples website and includes a free copy of Shire Percussion, which is designed to go hand in hand and has percussion such as hand claps, tambourines, sort of Bodhran drums, and things like foot stomps. So they're both contact full libraries, so will not run on contact player. Today we're just going to have a little look at both of them and sort of hear how they sound and see what makes them, particularly awesome. So Shire Winds is 5 GB in size and comprises of 6 folk woodwind instruments, all recorded by professional Stuart McElwan. So let's dive in and see what it sounds like. So from first glance we can see that it's all in a neat little package. We've got everything down the right hand side here. We've got 6 instruments, all kind of in the one interface rather than separate NKI files, which is great. Makes it a lot easier to kind of like switch and play, and yeah. We can see down this side that we have the different articulations. We have legato over here and different types of legato. And we have the option for sort of overlaying or key switching, which is going to be quite useful. So with key switching, with the obvious sort of using the keys to switch between the different types of articulations, or with the key switching we can manually just click them on and off. One of the really cool things I like about this instrument so far is that you can adjust sort of the velocity here to kind of see like at what point, how hard you press the key, whether or not it'll activate each one. And so yeah, so I'll just quickly show you what I mean. So we can see that if we gently press a key, we'll activate the slide, because it's sort of a up to 35 velocity there. But if we press it a lot harder, we activate the whole tone grace notes that are quite fast as well, which can give a nice kind of good for when you're sort of like performing it and putting the expression into it as you're playing it. It's quite good for that. You can also have the option to have it off entirely and just always have it. For example, if you just wanted to have expressive longs, then you could just do that and it wouldn't matter what velocity you put on. These little symbols here are infinity symbols, which kind of sort of in bows sometimes you'd have that for like infinite kind of like notes, but for these you can have it so that it'll be more natural sounding when you turn it on and off. So for example, or we have it off and it's like, I prefer it on, to be honest. It would just make notes last indefinitely, which is great. For example, just with the grace note. So yeah, that's basically what it comes down to, is just which ones you like, and you can sort of have the scale link as well, which kind of helps with knowing what it'll know which kind of like intervals to take depending on which one you choose, for like the thirds and the sort of fifths down as well. You also have 2 different performance modes as well, so you can kind of, there's sort of presets built in, so So much you can do with this one. And we also have sort of a mixer here, which kind of sort of shows different sort of mic positions that you can turn on and off, and legato, and you can kind of hear the sort of keys as well. So you have that right up. You'll be able to hear more of the sort of instrument itself. Obviously got bought pan for each of the mics as well, which is pretty decent. They've kept it quite simple with sort of reverb and delay with most things that you'd expect. So we'll go and have a listen to the low whistle now. Again, with two different performance modes. Different sort of articulations depending on the instrument as well. If we skip right to the end there, we can see that the ancient recorders doesn't really have a huge amount. I mean, it's very dependent on what kind of instrument, obviously, as well. So here we are. We'll have a listen to the low whistle. We'll have a little listen to the Celtic flute as well. Okay, Celtic Piccolo flute. So now we move on to the Shire Percussion, the sort of counterpart to go along with the Shire Winds. And we can see here it's nice and simple. To help us get started, it's got basically just like little symbols sort of showing exactly what the instruments are. So we can hear the foot stomps. Has a nice and simple sort of interface again, and just has the delay and reverb here, so you can sort of adjust to your liking. And yeah, that's all there is to it for Shire Percussion. So I did a little composition to kind of incorporate them in here. I used quite a modest amount to try and kind of like capture some of them, a tiny little bit of percussion, but I used a couple of different ones to try and incorporate them into this track. I'm pretty impressed with the versatility of this library and just how realistic and like good each sample sounds. Like it's nice and clean. They're really well done. And the overlaying and key switching was really good because it just let you kind of down to the fine details of what you wanted exactly for when you were playing, and just the different types that were included as well, and just being able to adjust like mic positions as well, like down to again sort of more kind of fine detail is good. Very simple to kind of get started with, and obviously and the infinity button as well was very handy. So yeah, there's a lot of really good kind of features to this. Thank you very much for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe.